Hey, Venom. I don't know if it's just me, but this music still feels loud. That's better, actually. There we go. I don't know. This music just felt loud to me. You invited your friends? Are your friends cats? It is loud. Alright, question. Should I turn the volume down one more notch? One more notch turns the volume off entirely. And yet it still kind of feels like I should. I suppose I could turn it down here, I think, a little bit. Miku Atsume is like this. Alright, is this better? Is the volume good here? Is this good, or should I try to turn it down even lower? This is good? Okay. Man, at this rate, it's looking like it's going to be just you and me. Good? Okay. Yeah, I am not keen on this music. I will admit I am not keen on this particular bit of music. Don't know where my friends are. Maybe they're nonverbal because they're cats. Could be. Oh, the cup. I didn't even notice the, I did not even notice that this, little heart in the coffee is slowly spinning. Where are people? Hey, Buttercup. About time somebody else showed up. I've been stuck here with just Vanna for almost 6 minutes. I didn't realize either. What actually tipped me off? What actually tipped me off that it was that it was turning? I glanced at my phone, and then I glanced at the screen. Hey, intentional weirdo. And I saw that the coffee was in different positions. That the heart was in different positions on each. I'm like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. That's because my phone is on a slight delay compared to like what I see on my screen, on my computer screen. Can't wait to see what the game looks like. Not as good. I will say, the art style is not actually as good as most of the games that we've played on here. I mean, it's cute. It's cute. It's just so from what I can recall, from what I can remember, it's been a long time since I played. It has been a long time since I played this game. But from what I can recall, the art style isn't quite as good as in most of the games that we've played on here. Yeah, but maybe it's just me. Yeah. It's all about personal tastes, so maybe it's just me. Is this still turning? I think the heart has stopped spinning. The heart has settled. If the story is good, then the art style can be forgiven. Yeah, I mean the art's fine. It's certainly not bad art. It is still cute art, and it's a cute story. I think that's the main thing here. It's cute is the main focus. And I do feel like we all need a little bit of cute right now, right? And pronouns. And here we go. Get the heart spinning again. I just want to get the heart spinning again. Whee! Suppose once the heart makes a full rotation, then we'll get started. Well, that doesn't seem to take as long as I thought for it to rotate. Rotates more quickly than I thought, actually. The heart is now a butt. Perhaps a cat butt. It is perhaps a cat butt, because there's cats in this game. That's a pretty important reason. So I backed this game on Kickstarter. So this is a game I actually supported on Kickstarter. It's an onion. Disgusting. Onions are great. Onions are just like the best vegetable to accompany a meal. You'll like cook up some onions and they will go with basically anything. They improve damn near anything you put them on. In or on. Onions are delicious and versatile. Yeah. Not raw. You don't want to eat raw onions. Raw onions are that's unpleasant. Despite the fact that I still, every time I chop an onion, I still pop a little bit in my mouth. Why use onions when garlic exists? The two aren't in competition though, Buttercup. You can use onion and garlic. Do you like onion on your hot dog? Yeah. Yeah, I like onion on a hot dog. One thing is that garlic is a stronger flavor, I find. Garlic carries the risk of overpowering whatever you're eating, whatever you're putting it on. That's my only concern with garlic, is that it can be overpowering. Hey, Jordan. My other issue with garlic is that it's actually a bit more of a pain in the ass than onion. What is this? This is a visual novel. I'll get into it. I will get into more detail about it in just a moment, Jordan. I want to finish up talking about why I don't really use garlic. My other issue with garlic is it's not just a matter of chopping it, you have to then crush it. And it's just like, it just becomes a pain in the ass. Right? You've got that extra step. You've got that extra step before you can use garlic. You don't have to crush it. I mean, you kind of do. Comes pre-minced. I suppose, yeah, you can get garlic that's already done, but anyway. Onions are great. Eliminated the extra step years ago. Use the squeezy thing that crushes it for you. Alright. So, Hustle Cat. Let's talk a bit about this game. Developed and published by Date Naito. This is the only game that they've ever made. Date Naito. The game was released back in 2016. So, it's been a while. It did come out a while ago. Very positive reviews on Steam. The Steam reviews are very positive. It is a really fun game. It's very cute. Hey, Killface. What's the game about? Short version is that, hey, twirly girl. Is it funny? Yeah, it's funny. You are kind of a loser. The player is kind of a loser, who starts working at a cat cafe, and there are weird magical shenanigans, and there's also some, like, an evil businessman that we have to deal with. I did actually play the game a long time ago, but I have changed my computer since then. The computer I played it on is not the one I have now, so I have no saves on this one. So let's get into it. Are you sure you want to start a new game? Yes, please. Alright, so the name is Avery Gray. Can't change the character's name. Evil businessman at business yet. Address pending. Degree, yeah. Skills, rest management, nutrition consumption, meme curation, 12 words per minute. 12 words per minute? That's terrible. So pronouns. He, him, she, her, them, they. Pronouns can be changed while playing. You can change your pronouns at any time during the course of the game, which is, pretty cool. And, yeah, for Avatar, you've got, different skin colors. Top is sort of bit more femme-coded. Bottom is a bit more mask-coded. Mask-coded. I figured this one. Everyone agree with this? Doesn't matter, we're getting started. I think I fell asleep on the couch again. Little lasers of sunlight are zapping right onto my face from the middle of the curtains. I think they've been specifically aimed to burn out my eyes. I'm sending some cat lovers from Discord over to watch with us. What is it? Like noon? Other photos? There's only that. Those are the only photos. There isn't like another row of photos or anything like that. Another page of photos or anything like that. And it's too late now anyway. Yeah, what is it? Like noon? That does sound horrible. Getting up at noon, that does sound horrible. Hey, Crime and Crochet. Oh, also, we've got a cat. Our t-shirt has a cat on it. Not my fault. This couch pulls you in like you're drowning in bread dough. My spine pops in loud protest as I swim free from my bread dough cushion trap. I'm gonna have to apologize to Aunt Wendy. I'm probably leaving a dent in the shape of my ass in the cushions. I'll probably have to apologize for a couple things, actually. Yeah, place looks pretty shitty right now. Okay, I know this looks bad, but it's almost not even my fault. Or skin shadowing. Oh, you. I do like love cat games. Currently play Nico Atsume 2 on my phone. I do like almost not even my fault. Like, there's a level of self-awareness with that almost. Like, sure, I'm partly in denial. I'm mostly living in denial. But I recognize that, I can't help that clutter is naturally drawn into my gravitational pull. Honestly, it makes me feel a little more comfortable, you know? Like I really live here, instead of just like I'm couch surfing at my aunt's. Yeah, I feel that actually. Or like I'm living in a furniture catalog. Not that I'm ungrateful. Aunt Wendy is awesome to let me use her apartment while she's away. She helped talk Mom and Dad into letting me come all the way out to the city, too. She's pretty cool. I hear rustling behind me, like fingernails on cardboard. Have I played this before? I actually have played this one before, Twirly. Story of my life. Right? I have played this before, years and years ago. The game came out in 2016. I played it, I think, right around when it came out. I backed it on Kickstarter. Like, I had supported the game on Kickstarter. So when they released it, I think I played it pretty much, you know, when it was released. However, that was on a different computer, so my save file is gone. It makes me pause for a second, but I jump up as I realize what it is. Hey! Mochi! Mochi? Mochi. Sounds like a cool concept. Yep. Hey! Mochi! Knock it off! Mochi, the living trash bag disguised as a cat, stares up indignantly from inside the pizza box. He's trying to scrape some dried up cheese off the bottom again. That's why you put the pizza box on the counter. Or like, you know, fresh it up to get it ready for the recycling. On Steam. It is on Steam. I do not actually have it on Steam. Like, I don't actually have it on Steam. I just, like, got, like, a download of it. I think I might have downloaded it from Itch.io? Itch? If I'm not mistaken, I believe that I downloaded it from Itch. I think that was how I chose to receive it. It is, like, it was a download that I got. Like, I did get a download of it. Probably from Itch. Is recycling free in Canada? Yep. His little mushed up face is probably trying to stare me down, but it's kind of hard to tell where he's looking with those crossed eyes. Aww. Mochi! Meow. Mochi! I clap my hands a few times to break the stalemate. He jumps at the sound, then waddles back to the bedroom in defeat. I guess since I'm up too, I might as well get to whatever I'm gonna do today. I shuffle to the curtains and throw them open. My laptop is still sitting open on the coffee table. Oh yeah, job searching, I guess. That's what I was gonna do. I should probably do some job searching. Because I fucking hate my job. I plop back down on the couch, already sinking back into the cushions, and take a look. Jeez, there are so many tabs here. Which one did I leave Greg's List open in again? Mochi looks like my goblin cat. Scrapegoat says hi. Tell Scrapegoat I said, get your ass in here! I never leave a lot of tabs open. I currently have 9 tabs open on my computer, which is about the most I ever have open. And they're just tabs that I have permanently open, like email, my YouTube Studio tab. Punk? Okay. Yeah, tell Scapegoat to get. I said to get her ass in here, punk. Not that one. This one? Or this one? Maybe this one? Nah, that's just another cat video. I was up all night watching Jelly Donut, the cat who balances donuts on her head. I have no idea how you get a cat to do something like that. Guess that's why Mochi and I aren't internet famous. I find the tab and start scrolling through listings again. It's not like anything new has gone up since yesterday, I bet. Sidewalk cleaner intern, college credit only. Internet comments section proofreader. She said to get out of her dad's ass. Internet comment section. I like that one actually. Fundraiser street team intern, unpaid. Yeah, it's been like this all month. Can you really blame me for giving up and watching cat videos? I can't. Job searching is fucking awful. Job searching is an absolutely miserable experience. I know this kind of thing is supposed to take time, but try telling that to mom, dad, or my savings. Any of those could send me back home at any time. And I really have to get this done before Aunt Wendy gets back. Just thinking about writing another cover letter is making my will to exist erode away. Hey, alien person. Cover letters. Fucking cover letters. Why the fuck do cover letters exist? Gods, cover letters are the worst development in the history of job searching. It's just, they're awful. They're miserable. And everyone knows they're bullshit. Everyone knows cover letters are just bullshit. Ugh. It's just taking the information that's on the resume and adding more fucking words to it. Right? A cover letter is just taking what's on the resume and adding more words. I'm gonna go for a walk. She said she'll come soon, but I don't know if she's talking to me or you. Me, you, or the dude who's railing her. She could be talking to me, you, or the dude who's railing her. When I got here, I expected to be buried in noise from the city's traffic and crowds, but it's actually pretty quiet. The apartment is on a side street, far from the main street bustle. From here, the noises of the city are just a distant hum. It's comforting, like the buzz of an old tube TV. Then you got to the interview and they want you to complete an application form too. Like, WTF. I know, it's like, dude, just... No men in my fantasies, that's why you're there. Yeah, I mean, it's like, dude, I want money. You have money. Give me the job and then give me money to do the job. That's... I'd have to walk like 20 minutes to get to the train from here, but I rarely leave the neighborhood, so it doesn't really matter. Still living a small town life in the city, I guess. Whatever. I get plenty of adventure in this neighborhood. I can just set out in any direction and find something new, even if I've been down that way before. Sure, I get lost a lot too, but that's half the fun, right? I turn a corner at the end of the block and head up a tiny side street I haven't tried yet. How much do you think your setup cost? Need to get myself set up when I can eventually afford it. So my laptop was like $1,000. My camera, I think like 30. This headset, I think was like 30 or 40. I'm cheap. I get the cheapest shit. I don't need anything fancy. If you want to I suspect if you want to be good, you're probably going to want to spend more than I have. But I'm putting in minimal effort and minimal cost. Neatly arranged trash cans line the sides of the road. I think I'm behind some stores right now. I'm expecting a dead end, but the road suddenly curves to the right. It looks too narrow for cars, but the faded white lines marking the middle seem to claim some brave drivers could try their luck. I decide to follow the sharp bend in the road. After I pass a tall partition, I'm surprised by what I see. We're here! We've reached the Cat Cafe. A cat's paw. A squat 3-story building, painted so ostentatiously bright it'd be impossible to miss, sits in front of me. Most people get a desktop so they can upgrade parts. They're gonna keep it that long. Yeah, desktop is probably a better choice than a laptop. You probably want a better camera. You probably want an actual microphone rather than just cheap ass. I don't even remember what brand this is. I legitimately don't even remember what brand this headset is. Razer, I think, maybe? I think it might be a Razer headset. A cat's paw? Is this a pet store or something? Maybe I can get a dumb toy for dumb Mochi. Surprised your externals are that cheap. Quality is really good. The camera is Logitech. Logi. The camera is a Logi. And I can't really show what the camera looks like, but it basically just, it's just like a flat thing. It's not like one of those ball cameras or anything. My fiance and I built a desktop in 2018, and he told me it cost $500. It is nearly $2,000, but I use it for work now still. It was worth it. Worth it, I guess. I thought the setup would have been a fortune. I mean, it depends on how high quality you want. I mean, like I said, I mean, that's... What I would think is that, for people who are just starting out, probably you just need something... You just need something that works. It's once you get to the point where you're... if you're able to build up enough of enough fan base that you're going to be able to start making real money off it, then you would probably want to upgrade to better equipment. You'd want to upgrade to professional level equipment. Anyway, as I walk closer to the front doors of the building, I don't see the aisles of pet food I expected from the broad store windows. Instead, it looks like there are couches and tables in neatly arranged rows. Oh, so this is one of those pretentious restaurants with a pithy nonsense name, huh? I can feel my interest deflate and sink into my stomach. Just as I'm about to turn and continue walking, I notice a sign in the window that declares, "Now hiring! Inquire within." I'm hardly dressed for a job inquiry, but I might as well give it a shot, right? Hey, Andrew. I look to my right as I walk up to the door and see a little orange and white cat lying belly up, sunning itself against the window. It doesn't seem terribly sanitary to have a cat in a restaurant, but whatever. I like cats. Bells tinkle delicately as I tug on the handle. The heavy door creaks open. This place is so classy it feels fake. It looks like a game board exploded in here. Can't hide the text box. Look at this one, look at the one over on the left, just dangling off a shelf. One in front of the couch looks like it's reading. The outside looks like a dump. The one to the right in its little cubby hole. And the one in the middle and it's in the little cubby in this thing. I want to visit a cat cafe. Is that grapefruit? It's orange, Jordan. It is orange, Sody. Isn't that what the palace was like in Wonderland? Like, with the cards and stuff? Is a purple cat gonna start talking to me? Maybe. Though none of them are purple, boy are there a lot of cats. I think I can count at least 8 right off the bat. They're all over the place. Romping around the floors, sleeping on some of the built-in structures in the walls. See how many I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, I also count 8. I like orange sody. Same here. I've barely had time to take it all in when I hear a voice call out to me. Welcome! Please sit wherever you'd like. I shuffle in place for a moment, at first unsure of where the voice came from, then of whether I want to sit or if I want to keep this strictly business. Actually... I start as the source of the voice looms into view. He appears suddenly from the second-story landing and covers the length of the floor in a few long strides. Okay, need to think of a voice for this guy. You look confused. Is this your first time here? Would you like me to explain a bit how the cafe works? I'll be happy to give you a tour. His eyes are gentle. He's one of those people who smiles with his entire body. It's positively infectious. So, off the bat, what's everyone think of this dude? He seems cute, right? Yeah, let's jump right into things. Actually, I'm here about the job. Perfect stoner voice for that dude. Yep, Slender Man. Cute, but 7 feet tall. He does seem tall. Sounds great. Should we take the tour? We're gonna bang him later. Potentially. Take the tour or jump right into asking about the job. Tour, job, tour, job, tour, job. Let's take the tour. Yeah, that sounds great. Oh, that's great. He bounds closer and towers over me in both stature and exuberance. It's a little strange that someone like this is working here, because he's more like a big sheepdog puppy than what I'd think of as a cat person. My name is Landry. Just interrupt if you have any questions. You got it, Landry. I'm Avery. Well, Avery, to start, all of our cats are rescued strays. The owner brings them in for care and socialization. They seem really happy. Having strangers around doesn't seem to bother them at all. We do everything we can to make them comfortable. And there's a 9th cat. Many of them are up for adoption. We have a good match rate for our fosters. Over there is a wall of photos of some of our cats that have found happy homes. Oh, and proceeds from the cafe help pay for their care. The food is really good too. Our chef is amazing. I recommend the key lime pie personally. Hey, budget. That all sounds really great. I bet you're really happy working here. Well, it's a lot of work, but I like to think it's all worth it. Actually, I saw you guys are hiring right now? Oh! His surprise freezes him for a split second. His broad smile immediately creeps back, but it's enough to pique my curiosity. We are. Did my explanation tell you that quickly? Your explanation and my desperation. I'm really good with cats. Well, I'm really good with cats. I've got a lot of practice with them since my cat's such a handful. I bet I could do a good job helping out. Well, that's a good start at least. There's more to this job than just playing with the cats, though. Of course. I just mean, liking cats is definitely going to help, right? It's definitely a job requirement. Okay. I'll get the owner and you can talk to him about it. Why don't you have a seat while I go see if he's available? Oh, and yes, also good luck, alien. Let me know what you decide to play. Landry leads me to a seat on the plush couch that spans the length of the wall. I oblige, careful not to look too casual. I'm here on business, after all. Do you like coffee? Would you like some? That would be great, thank you. Light and extra sweet, please. He disappears through an open archway around the corner. A Siamese cat timidly peers at him as he goes, then at me with a wide-eyed, worried look. That is the most worried a cat has ever looked. Does this cat not like me? I give it an awkward smile and nod before I realize I'm treating a cat like a stranger in an elevator. Landry reappears a moment later, carefully balancing a black and white saucer, which in turn balances a stout white ceramic mug. The tiny creamer almost disappears in his large hands. He gingerly places them in front of me, careful not to spill anything from either. Poor baby. I know. Feel sorry for that, Siamese. I put a little bit of milk and sugar in there for you, but I brought some more if you don't like it. Oh no, it looks perfect. Thank you. I'm glad to hear it. I think we drink our coffee the same way then, because I made it the way I like it. You have excellent taste. Drink coffee the same way. Ooh. Already have things in common with, tall and handsome. Look at the wide-eyed orange guy. I know. Honestly, it looks like he's reading something. He honestly looks like he's reading a book right now. I take a careful sip of the coffee as I watch Landry take his long strides into the back of the cafe. He really covers a lot of ground. He's not even moving that quickly. The gray one in the thing over here seems kind of, in the hole over here, seems kind of grumpy. And the one in the, are you female? You look male? We are a woman, yes. I am playing a woman. The It is kind of an androgynous image. I like him tall, sugary, and half cream. That does feel like a bit of a... That does feel like it's pretty accurate to Landry, actually. Tall, sugary, and half cream? Yeah, Landry... Yeah, that seems like Landry, actually. It could use a little more milk, though. I guess I'm not good at being an adult yet. I don't like that it still tastes like coffee. Cafe simulator or romance game? It is... It's... a visual novel. The romance is definitely a big part of it, but there is also an overall plot. The cafe aspects of it, we're not going. It's not a cafe simulator. We're not going to be like having to match people with their orders or things like that. It's nothing. There's no simulator aspects to it. There's no like, oh, you got to remember this. You got to remember these orders go to these tables and blah blah. I pour what should be a little splash of extra milk, but half the creamer's worth spills in. It almost overflows. I dive forward and gulp a mouthful from the side before I dare to lift the mug and drink like a civilized person. Meow. Yeah, cat like... Stop! Don't judge me! Are you judging me? I feel like she's judging. I feel like this cat is judging me. Toxoplasmosis boyfie. I feel like the cat is judging me now. This cat's looking at me like it's offended by what I just did. What? Like a cat knows anything about coffee. Hey, Joanna. Better mood? I'm hiding my despair. Landry's gone long enough for me to nearly finish the mug. Just long enough for me to wonder where everybody else is. The Siamese cat's still staring at me. I'm just gonna ignore it and focus on my drink. Finally, Landry emerges from the back of the cafe, but he's not alone. This is Graves, the owner of the cafe. Graves, this is Avery. Cozy looking little cafe. Yep. He looks like he should own a bookstore that insists it sells tomes, not books. Damn. Nah, I'm not gonna apologize, Jonah. Man, that description. I mean, dead on. It's a dead on description. You hear my feelings? And I had made it very clear that I was not in the mood for anyone to defend Trump. For any type of pro-Trump messages. So this dude is kind of creepy looking. This dude is kind of creepy looking. Or maybe like he's about to try and sell you a crystal that'll balance your chakras. Where's his pinky? Here. This is his pinky. He does have a pinky. Thumb on the far left. So he does have a pinky. He's got a thumb on the far left, and then index. So he's got his hand sort of like this, with his middle finger sort of inward a little bit. He doesn't. He does have all his fingers. It's just the way he's got his middle finger inward a little bit, and then his pinky is definitely a lot lower, a lot shorter than his ring finger. Is the bird bone face bow tie attached to collar end thing, or I'm not sure, Vanna. Sure thing, Joanna. Also, heterochromia. Different colored eyes, heterochromia. Or maybe this is what the owners of cafes look like. I've never seen. Ah! His eyes, they're two different colors. Maybe his cat ate it. He has all his fingers. He has all his fingers. They're all there. I can't focus on both of them at the same time. Which one am I supposed to look at? I mean, I don't make eye contact at all. My attention is swallowed by his icy blue eye. Is he wearing a contact to complete his dark Renaissance look? I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. Missing a bone, at least in his pinky. That is possible. His pinky was definitely. Well, in this one now it looks normal, but in that close up, his pinky was definitely shorter. Eh? He had the eye of a vulture, a pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold, and so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever. Excuse me? Telltale Heart, you were looking at my eye. Kids, didn't you read that in high school? No! We did not read any Poe when I was in high school. Well, yeah, but... Iridis heterochromia. It's more common in cats than humans. He's got this look like he knows he just told a great joke, but there's no punchline anywhere I can see. What a weirdo. I'm not sure I want to work for a guy like this. Then again, he hired someone as nice as Landry, so he's got at least some good taste hidden in there. Would I need to know that to get a job here? I just gave away the answer, so I'll let that one slide. Follow me. We'll talk on the second floor. Normal McDonald. Before he finishes the sentence, he's already 3 steps up the stairs to the balcony. I shake my head a little and follow him. After all, I really need a job. We make our way up to the second floor balcony, which, except for us, is only occupied by those amazing looking cakes in the display case. Ooh, yum yum yum. Yum 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 yum. Those do look like good cakes. I wonder if I can get a slice on my way out. Graves leans down over the balcony of the cafe and raises his voice to the people below. Or to the cats, I guess, since cats are the only thing I can see from here. Hayes, will you get us some coffee? Is that the chef? I haven't seen anybody here besides him and Landry. Oh, I already had a cup. Is that going to stop you from another? You can't have enough coffee, especially when Hayes is the one making it. I don't think I met Hayes. You may have. You might not know yet. Graves folds himself into the slender chair at a corner table. He pushes the opposite chair away with his foot, nudging it just enough to turn it towards me. Come on, sit down. Let's talk. You don't have to be so stiff. Interviews are boring. Make it interesting for both of us. No pressure, huh? Graves sits with this sort of grim pomp, like he's sitting on a skull throne and a raven's going to land on his shoulder at any time. I mean, given the place, I think more likely a cat will jump up on his shoulder, but maybe it's more like he's about to roll a die with a lot of sides. Damn. I bet he's a nerd. He did just quote the Telltale Heart. So yeah, probably a nerd. I take the seat across from him. Just so you're aware, we aren't starting without coffee. Okay? You can talk, of course. I meant the interview. Okay. And at the corner of my eye, I notice a tiny slip of a blonde man standing at the balcony entrance. Ah! I jump a little. When did he get here? I didn't hear anybody come up the stairs at all. What a sad-looking dude. He is the saddest man in the world. He is the saddest little boy that has ever existed. Is this guy a ghost? Graves looks like the type to hire ghosts. He looks terrified by my shout. I think I scared him more than he scared me. Poe was an artist. He needs a cat hug. Indeed. Gingerly, he sets 2 mugs in front of Graves. Thank you, Hayes, but you should give Avery the other mug. He sounds like he's reminding a child to say thank you. Of course. Hayes glances up at me. Our eyes meet for a millisecond before he suddenly finds something very important to focus on downstairs. He pushes the cup towards me without looking back up. Thank you. Why is he so sad? I don't know, he just seems like the saddest little boy in the world. Graves' ring clacks against the porcelain of the cup as he takes a drink. Perfect as always. I don't know what I did without your coffee. It's nothing special, really. He talks like it's the first time he's spoken today. Quiet and a little hoarse. If that's all, I'll go back to the cats. That's fine. Hayes slips back down the stairs just as quietly as he arrived. I'm scared of Hayes. He's freaking hiding something. I'm gonna give a minor spoiler. They're all hiding something. This entire cafe is hiding something. That kid would make a great ninja. I look down at the coffee and see a sleepy cat face staring up at me from the phone. Eee! I mean, honestly, how are you even going to drink something like that? How do you drink? How do you drink that? Ruin that little bit of art. I've only ever seen latte art on the internet before. Did Hayes really do this? I take a sip. It's not bad if you like coffee, I guess, but it could really use some sugar. There are packets on the table, but I can't bring myself to ruin the foam cat. Now we can get this going. Let's interview. I'll even start you off easy. What's your favorite breed of cat? With my entire mouth so I can suck up its essence into me. Honestly, tabbies. For me, tabbies. I don't know. I grew up with tabbies. Maine Coons are really good too. Cool too, though. The cat I grew up with, Furball, my childhood cat. Your cat cries. Aww. Yeah, my childhood cat, Furball. I'm convinced that she was part Maine Coon. She was mostly tabby, but she did have some Maine Coon in her. Really furry. Like, she was really bushy. Like, she did have a lot of fur. She was a very furry cat. And she had really big paws. Which was great, honestly, because she was a very affectionate cat, very much a lap cat. Those big ass paws made her weigh nothing. Like, her weight was distributed so that, like, she'd get up on you and you would barely feel the weight. It was just really... And yeah, she'd lay down, and she wasn't a fat cat. She wasn't a particularly heavy cat, really. But especially whenever she, like... I've mentioned it before. Whenever I'd go to bed, like, I'd be laying on my side, on my, going to bed, laying on my side. Furball would come in and get up on my side. And just lay down on me for a few minutes. Just a little bit of a snuggle to help me sleep. It was very cute. But yeah, she'd get up on me and, like, crawl up with me. And, like, because her paws were so big, it was, not the least bit uncomfortable for her to be walking on me. So I'm actually gonna go with Maine Coon. Do you know any other languages? How about ciphers? Does anyone know what this means? Does anyone here speak Japanese and know what the hell this actually says? 'Cause I don't. I'm gonna see if I can find what that actually says. Not able to see anything to... Not able to find what it might say. Dang it, I can't find what it might say. It means no, I don't. Does it? Does it does that? Is that actually what it says? That's what Google Translate said? Okay, that's actually really cute. That's super cute. Anyway, I speak the language of dance. What marine animal would you say best represents you? No, I don't talk. Thank you very much, Vanna. Thank you very much for that. I'm gonna say penguin. What genre of music would you use to describe your work ethic? Children sing along. Punk. I'm not dead, just resting. On a scale from 1 to 10, rate me as an interviewer. I'm gonna give him a 7.5. Draculas or teenage wolves? I think Draculas. Just kidding with that last one. Interesting. Good. I like interesting people. He leans forward, appraising me with this terrible smirk on his face. He's like the cat who ate the canary. Maybe I don't want to be interesting by his standards, but it feels kind of flattering nonetheless. Thank you. You start tomorrow. Eh? Wow, great! Thank you! Don't run off yet. I have paperwork for you. Oh yeah, of course. Graves pushes away from the table, coffee cup in hand. He nabs my saucer, even though I'm not quite finished, and slinks down the stairs. He returns as if he'd never left, trading the empty coffee cups for a small stack of papers and a pen. He places them in front of me. So what will my job be? We'll see. Love that. It's like, you're hired. Great, for what? I don't know. We'll figure something out. Did he hire me with no position in mind? Is this how this guy usually works? I feel like I'm in a daze. Too much information and too much coffee. I take the papers and skim them, signing pretty much anywhere I see an X and a line. What's it all for? What's it all for, and why is there so much? Probably taxes and stuff, I don't know. And who cares? I've got a job! I push the papers back towards Graves, and he eagerly scoops them off the table. Perfect. We open at 11. Be here at 8. We'll have you help with the morning prep. My displeasure must be pretty apparent, because his mouth cracks into another smirk. You can work a later shift after training. You won't have to deal with those cursed mornings for too long. Yeah, boo mornings. Mornings suck. Okay, that's fine. Now go. I have a lot of work to do before tomorrow. You need to get to work fixing that sleep schedule of yours. Okay. He seems lost in his own world now, poring over the paperwork I just filled out. I guess there's all sorts of tax stuff you have to deal with hiring people. Why would he do it so casually? Well, whatever. Not my problem. I head down the stairs. Landry's back. He looks uncomfortable, waiting at the foot of the balcony, but perks up when he sees me. So? I'll see you tomorrow, coworker. Oh, congratulations. You can meet everybody else tomorrow morning. I'll make sure they're all ready for a meeting when you get in. How many people work here? Well, there's me, Graves, of course. You met Hayes, Finley, Mason, Reese. That's it. It shouldn't take too long to get to know them. Okay, great. I'll see you all tomorrow then. Great. See you. I forget which one that I romanced when I played through. I just know that the girl I romanced was, like, the bitchiest of the bunch. Woohoo! I'm gonna live it up a little. I'm gonna paint this town red. I finally have a job! Date Naito. Mason. I think Mason was the one that I romanced. She's mean. And there's a big musical number. There's big intro thing there. I got lost and I didn't end up painting anything, but it was a nice walk. As I head home, I get this distinct feeling of being followed. I didn't really know that was a thing until that actually... I didn't know that was a thing that actually happens, but it's hard not to notice when you see some movement out of the corner of your eye. I turn around. A sleek black cat stands in the middle of the road. It sits down when we make eye contact and thumps its tail testily against the pavement. It's got different colored eyes. I guess heterochromia really is pretty common in cats, huh? Should I, try to bring it to the cafe? They take care of strays there, after all. I should try. I crouch down as slowly as I can and reach my hand towards the cat, beckoning to it. It doesn't move. I make those little smoochy noises that seem to work on some cats. This is anime core. This one doesn't seem terribly impressed. It pins its ears back and it looks away, still for a moment before standing up and slinking into an alley. I guess I should just leave this to the professionals. It's time to celebrate. I'm gonna wreck this pizza I grabbed from Pizza Lloyd's on the way home. Pizza Lloyd? I picked up a can of wet cat food for Mochi from the corner store too. I figure we both deserve a celebration. Mochi, get your fat lump out here. I have good news. No answer or indication he's even in the same room. You know, he never even asks how my day was. I know how to do this. I walk over to his food bowl and crack the lid of the wet food. In a flash, he's at my feet, tail shaking like a rotor behind him. Yeah, that'll do it. Come here, you big moron. I give him a little scratch behind the ears before I dump half the can into his bowl, and the feeding frenzy begins. He acts like I'd never feed him. Yep. Not the cat avatar? Cats so do that. They just fucking... They act like they've never been fed. Ever. Whatever. I'm about to go do the same to this pizza. After a quick jaunt to free myself from the shackles of non-pajama clothing, I flop back down on the couch, dinner in hand, laptop in my face. Oh! It looks like there's a new Jelly Donut video. It's a video of her sleeping in a donut box. I love that dumb internet cat. She's always doing something ridiculous. I wonder how her owner gets her to do those tricks. That flooring seems familiar. Where are these filmed? I spent the rest of the evening picking through the video archives. I can feel myself sinking into the bread dough couch cushions. Meow. It's so early. What's his problem? Meow. I bet he just wants the other half of that wet food. This is why I don't get it for him that often. I excavate myself from the couch and do what I can to mitigate the bedhead situation I have going on. What time is it anyway? I grab my phone to check. 7:40? Ah, hell! I'm going to be late for my first day of work. I take the world's fastest shower, but there's no time to dry my hair. I'll have to hope I run fast enough that the wind resistance will do the job for me. No time to sort through my duffel. I'm just going to have to throw on whatever looks cleanest. It's not like Graves said anything about a dress code, so whatever. Heh. I wish you could experience my cat. I would like to experience your cat, yes. I like this t-shirt, actually. The @ symbol with as a bomb. That's actually pretty cute. Mochi trails me closely, howling more and more insistently along the way. It's like he doesn't care about my punctuality at all. He doesn't. No time to mix the wet food the way he likes it. I dump a scoop of kibble into the bowl on my way out the door. I haven't seen a cat so offended since the one that watched me mess up coffee. They can both deal with it. The bomb at com. Yeah. I can't believe I'm almost late to my first day of work. At my first job, even. What a great first impression to leave. Thanks for hiring me. Avery the Flake. I started out in a full sprint to the cafe, but it's only about a 10-minute walk, so it looks like it might not be as bad as I thought. If I run, I can make it in less time. Unless you get lost. Here it is, a cat's paw. I got a good look at it when I was here yesterday, but it feels totally different when it's your workplace, you know? It's kind of nice to think about. Hey, Avery! Landry peeks his head out from the doorframe and waves me in. I'm surprised by how many people are standing around. Graves, Landry, and Hayes are there, but so are a few others I've never seen. So, that isn't it. It's not, though. We're a woman. We're a girl. We're just an androgynous one. So Landry, we already know, is a big puppy dog. Hayes is the saddest boy in the world. And Graves is creepy. So now there's these three. Finley seems super nice, just like... Just looking at her here, she just seems super nice. Reese, he seems like he's a pretty nice dude. Actually, Reese might be non-binary. I think Reese might. I don't remember. And oh shit, I've forgotten her name. But she's clearly very standoffish. I only see a few cats right now, but they seem utterly disinterested in everything we're doing. They're all piled in a sleep cluster by the window. I wish I was in a cat sleep cluster. I feel a little embarrassed that I'm so disheveled, but I'd rather be on time with wet hair than late and looking perfect. Mason, right. Mason seems very standoffish. Good, you decided to challenge the morning sun after all. Now that the star is here, we can start this show. Still as weird as yesterday, I see. Got another sucker, boss? That's esteemed coworker to you, Reese. You just keep collecting these strays. Before we get too far, everybody should introduce themselves to Avery. Avery, we've already met, and you already know Graves. Did you meet Hayes yesterday? Briefly. Hello, Hayes. Hello. He looks like he's going to try to slip between the cracks in the tile. How does a guy like this handle a job that deals with people? Hayes is a great barista. He's a great help in the kitchen, but he likes to spend a lot of his time with the cats, too. Hayes flashes me a quick look. The side of his mouth upturns ever so slightly, like he's trying to smile, but he's out of practice. Is anyone straight? So, your character, the player character, can be any gender, boy, girl, or non-binary, and everyone here is a love interest, is a potential romantic interest. So, whatever gender the player is, the people are attracted to you. I reach out to shake his hand. He's practically bracing for impact. Before I reach him, a bright light flashes at the corner of my vision. What? Is that a camera? Alright, so that tells us what Finley is. She's probably very much a social media person. Ooh, sorry, sweetie. I thought I turned the flash off. I whip my head to the other side of the lineup. The girl on the end is aiming her phone directly at me. Sorry, don't mind me. I just want to commemorate our new employee. I'm Finley, and I take care of social media. I like Candid, so I'll try again later when you've forgotten about it. Hey, Uncle Buck. Hello, hit mine. A little over an hour. We just got hired at a cat cafe. And we're meeting the people. There's Landry, who is a big puppy dog. There's Hayes, who is the saddest boy in the world. There's our boss, Graves, who is creepy. This is Finley, who is all about social media. Finley is also Graves! I know what you're going to say. Don't ruin the surprise! Graves lets out a soft bark of a laugh. Alright. You tell Avery when you're ready. Thank you! The two in the middle of the lineup look beyond unimpressed. One is the smartmouth guy, Reese, and the other looks like someone I wouldn't want to mess with. Finley puts her hand on the shoulder of the tough-looking woman standing next to her. Since she's not going to introduce herself, this is Mason. She's our head chef. She is my bae. I do like Mason. I'll go rewatch after. You didn't miss a huge amount of, there wasn't really a huge amount that was missed. Just, job interview and everything, so. But yes, Mason is mean and standoffish, and I love her. Or our only chef, I guess. Well, nice to meet you both. Yeah. Finley reaches up and places her hand against the back of Mason's head. She pushes her hand forward, forcing Mason to nod. That's very cute, actually. I'm amazed Mason is putting up with this. I do get the impression that Finley is just kind of one of those forces of nature that you just sort of tolerate. Like, She's gonna do what she's gonna do, and you just sort of have to put up with it. Wow, that's the most he's spoken all day. She likes you already, Avery. Mason makes a quick little noise that could either be a laugh or a grunt. Maybe it was both. How kind of you all to save the best for last. I'm Reese, and I'm the one you'll be answering to after Graves, so you better stay on my good side. I would have sworn Landry was second in command here, so I don't know what this kid's talking about. I didn't even see him at all during the interview yesterday. I'm on cat detail today, but don't think that means I won't be keeping an eye on you. Cat detail must mean taking care of the cats. Obviously. I'm learning quickly. I don't know why the second in command would be so eager about telling me he's going to clean litter boxes today. Maybe it's a weird status thing here. Ew. I'll be on my best behavior then, I guess. Good. Okay, that should be everybody then. Avery, you'll be training with me today. I hope that's okay. That's fine with me. It looks like I'm no longer needed. I have other work to do. You know where to find me. Graves slinks to the back of the cafe. I think I can hear footsteps on creaky stairs. Mason and Hayes disappear after him. Avery, did you have breakfast? We're going to have something to eat before work if you'd like to join us. It's tradition. That sounds great. I fed my cat, but I forgot to feed myself. Reese has already seated himself at the long booth seating along the wall. He scoots two of the tables together, and Landry pulls over another chair. Great. Just sit and relax. Mason's just finishing up breakfast. I move to take a seat, but Finley blocks my path. Avery, before you sit down, I have a question for you. Sure, what's up? Okay, is that... Her voice drops, almost conspiratorially. She leans in to whisper. That's an IKEA shirt, isn't it? He's my favorite, too. I don't know what IKEA is. A what? IKEA? From Blast Zone? From what? She's an internet geek, I guess. Look, you don't have to play dumb. I get it. No, I really have no idea what that is. Is that like a show? Is this shirt from something? Oh, no. Never mind. Don't worry about it. But now you've got my interest. What is Blast Zone? I don't know if it would be your type of game after all. Oh, it's a game. I like games. Try me. Well, it's a story about men's passions clashing in a life or death struggle. Oh, it's Yowie! Sounds dangerous. Oh, it is! But it's also romantic. So she's a Yowie fangirl. Romantic? Like, love blooming on the battlefield? That type of thing? Yeah, I think you do get it. Maybe I'll lend it to you sometime. If you prove yourself worthy. I'm not really sure what that involves, but sure. Okay. She gives me a grin and a wink, then takes a seat at the table next to Reese. Yowie. Yowie wowie. I noticed that somebody set the table while I was talking to Finley. Big ol' Yowie fangirl. Mason and Hayes should be out in a minute, Avery. Come sit down. Sure. Where should I sit, though? What if there are some unspoken rules about this sort of thing in placing? You never know with new groups. Landry answers the conundrum for me by beckoning to the seat between him and Finley. Quietly, I take the seat. I wish Brooke was here. Which Brooke? Comic or A? Mason emerges from the back with a large tray balanced atop each hand. One tray has a giant stack of French toast. The other is some kind of egg thing. I'm not sure, but it looks amazing. Whoa! I had no idea how hungry I was until just now. She sets the trays down in front of us, and then returns to the kitchen. I hope she gets back soon, because I'm about to be on that egg thing like mochi on wet food. Mason returns a few moments later, cradling 6 empty coffee cups in her arms. Hayes follows in tow, carefully balancing a carafe full of coffee. No offense to Brooke, she can come too. They set the cups and carafe on the table and take their seats. Hayes' butt barely hits the chair before the others start to dig in. I'm a little afraid that I'll lose my hand in the fray if I try to jump in now, but I'm so hungry. Landry reaches out an arm from behind a fortress of French toast slices. He lightly bats at Reese's hand as it reaches for the syrup pitcher. Save some for Avery. Geez, calm down. You're the one stealing all the food. I haven't taken any more than usual. Breakfast is important. While everybody shouts and chatters across the table, I help myself to a bit of everything. I'm not used to eating a real breakfast, especially one that didn't come out of a microwave, so I'm gonna savor this. Wow, this is amazing! Mason, what is this egg thing? Mason's eyebrow shoots up. She looks at me like I grew another nose. Frittata. Is that like a souffle? It looks like it'd be really hard to make. Just eggs and vegetables in a pan. Still, I know I wouldn't be able to make anything like that. It's really nice to have a real breakfast. What do you usually eat, Avery? Mostly cold pizza, or toaster tarts, I guess, if I remember to get them. Mason glares like I just knocked her plate on the floor. She stares directly at me, through me, with a hard look in her eyes. You eat here now. Always. Has that not an omelet? Hey, Joanna. I have no idea, Vanna. I have no idea what the difference is between an omelet and a frittata. See, is it any wonder that I love Mason? Can I still have pizza sometimes? Not for breakfast. Ever. Jeez. Jesus Christ, at the way I spelled omelet. I have had pizza for breakfast, but to be fair, it's because I woke up. I'd wake up at like 6 in the evening. Is it breakfast when you're waking up at 6 at night? I actually hate Mason. Why? Mason's great. I mean, she's demonstrating that she cares. Schedule. Yeah, yeah. It's like, I had pizza for pizza for breakfast is something. Pizza is better at breakfast. I'm just saying, pizza as breakfast is a little bit different when you're like when you wake up at 6 at night. It's a different context. An 8 a.m. pizza is different from an 8 p.m. pizza. 8 a.m. pizza is different from p.m. pizza. That's all I'm saying. Morning pizza and night pizza are different things. I can hear Finley and Reese snickering. Okay. But other times are still okay, right? I want eggs on a pizza now. Mason rolls her eyes and goes back to her coffee. Reese stares up at me between bites of French toast. Avery, when we're done, we need to talk about dress code. Oh, Reese, don't start this again. Shh! It's an important part of new employee orientation. Landry passes a positively pained look at Reese. He glances at me, but a poke to the ribs from Finley sends him staring back at his plate. Landry, you're such a mama bird sometimes. Lighten up! Still breaking your fast? I know, it's different. Avery, look at this place. We take our visual presentation very seriously here. Mason gives another grunt. Hayes places empty plate and cup on Mason's plate, and takes the stack into the back with the urgency of a tactical retreat. Graves and I expect a certain level of decor with the waitstaff. There actually is a pizza that tastes like breakfast, and I made it for Cat Williams, and it's not a sold item. Interesting. Is this about my outfit? I woke up a little late, so... No, this is about uniforms. Mason pushes their chair away from the table with enough force that it wobbles briefly on 2 legs. She stands and takes my plate in one fell swoop. Opening soon. Time to get ready. She picks up the now empty cast iron skillet with one hand and balances a few of the other plates on top. That looks heavy, but she's holding it all like it's nothing. Of course, you see those arms? She's got muscles. Come on. She stares me down and gestures to the back door with a head nod before she heads into the kitchen. Don't think you can run off so easily, Avery. You'll get written up if you don't have your uniform. Okay, I should probably ask Reese about the uniforms, but... Mason's, both hot and intimidating? Mason's kind of intimidating, so, like, if she gestures for you to do something, I feel like you have to do it. It's like, okay, yeah, It feels like one of those things where you don't piss her off. Is Mason really the only chef here? That must take a lot of work. I bet she could use some help. Mostly I'm just grateful she gave me an out. Whatever Reese is planning, it doesn't sound like anyone but Finley cares for it. No thank you. I think Mason and Hayes wanted my help, though. Fine, if Mason needs the help. But you're not off the hook for this yet. Reese. Been listening to the stream while I clean? Had my chatting was still here? What places Mason above Reese? She just has kind of a scary aura about her. Mason just gives a kind of scary aura. Oh, come on, Landry. Don't look at me like that. Something is definitely up. Whatever it is, I'm not going to fall for it. Well, I'll be back once Mason says I'm done. I quickly retreat back to the kitchen before Reese can delay me further. Even though I work here now, I still feel like I'm trespassing on hallowed ground. I've never been in a restaurant kitchen before. Heck, I'm barely in my own kitchen. Smells amazing. Almost enough to make me hungry all over again. Hayes is at the sink, carefully scrubbing the iron skillet we used at breakfast. It looks like he's already got the dishes on lockdown, to be honest. Mason only spares me a glance. She's already back to work, and it looks like there's a lot of it left to do. She dips a long spatula into a big metal bowl and heaps a glob of frosting on top of the cake. It's mesmerizing watching her move as she works to smooth the frosting. Can I help? Any experience? With what? Baking? Don't know why I asked. She doesn't bother looking up, but it feels like she doesn't have to see the cake to decorate it. I bet she could do this in her sleep. Don't touch anything. You seem really busy. Are you sure? I bet you're really busy, though. Are you sure? Babysitting takes longer than doing it myself. Come on, there's got to be something I can help with. You did ask me to come back here for a reason, right? To save you from Reese. If you insist, carry those boxes out. She gestures to a pile of collapsed cardboard boxes sitting by the kitchen door. They're all much wider than my arms can go around, and about half my height. What the heck were they shipping in there? Horses? Roger. Out where? Out back. Throw them wherever. You can count on me. No time for insignificant details like logistics or arm strength. I'm gonna do it. I try to wrap my arms around the flattened boxes, but I was right. My fingertips barely touch either side. I can't just pick them up in my hands either. They're too thick to grab from the top. Box Newton. Maybe if I balance the box on my feet like so, and brace it with my hands like this. I don't hate Mason anymore. Right? There. But now how do I walk out the door like this? I guess I could just waddle. Ha! I started a rough sudden noise behind me. The cardboard slips from my hand and cascades to the floor in a floppy, boxy avalanche. Ah! The sound happens again. I turn around, and though Mason is facing away from me, I can see her shoulders shaking ever so slightly. Is she laughing? I do feel like we are her gremlin. I do feel we are like her gremlin. Kinda? A little bit, I think. I mean, it probably does look pretty pathetic. But I didn't think she would be the type to even know how to laugh. She seems like she'd get mad at me for goofing up. Use twine. Eh? Right there on the counter. Wrap them. Haha, oh. Yeah, whoops. There's some twine right there. With some effort, I collect the boxes again, then loop twine around them a few times. She's totally right. Now I just have to grab the string and I can drag them out. You look like you're gonna hang glide on those. Maybe if the wind kicks up, I'll give it a shot. Ha! I look over and even Hayes is laughing a little. Though, when I shoot him a quick smile, he hurries back to the sink and resumes scrubbing with flavor. These two are tough customers, but I'll bet they're not so bad once you get to know them. And I'm gonna do just that. Hopefully. Anything else I can lend these muscles to today? Got plenty of muscle of my own. Oh, okay. Well, let me know if you need any help. I guess I should find where Landry ran off to. He's training me today, after all. I think he went upstairs. I head over to the foot of the staircase, but a cat has taken station right in my path. It's sleeping belly up, stretched out to nearly the whole width of the step. Bloody, that's really cute, but that's a dangerous place to sleep. The co-workers yet? It doesn't dignify me with a response. Instead, the fat orange cat shimmies in place to settle itself even more. Gently, I nudge it to see if I can get the cat to move. Someone's gonna trip on you if you don't move. That's not gonna be fun for either of you. It opens one eye into a thin slit, then makes a murmuring noise and flicks its tail. This little tiger isn't going anywhere, is it? Are all the cats here this spoiled? Guess I'll have to pick it up and move it myself. I lean over to scoop it up, but as I do, a tiny orange and white bobtailed cat whizzes past my feet. It steps on the step below the sleeping cat, then raises one paw and bats the other cat squarely on the forehead. The sleeping cat wakes up and hops to its feet. It looks angry. Am I going to have to break up a cat fight? Hey, you two. The bobtail flattens its ears and stares intently at the orange cat. They both perk up when they hear a voice from above. Ah! Is Hash Brown sleeping on the stairs again? The orange cat, Hash Brown's I guess, trots away. Landry works his way down the stairs, eyes on the bobtail kitten. Was it really necessary to smack him? You should be nice. The bobtail turns its head away in a wide arc, almost as if it's giving an okay whatever in response. It lazily struts over to the windowsill and takes up sentry. That cat's name is Hash Browns? Why not? I mean, why wouldn't you name a cat Hash Browns? Yeah, Graves names all the cats here. He comes up with some interesting ones. What are some of their names? Well, at the moment, there's Ramona, Shunsuke, Owl, Ramblepelt, Nao, Hisa, Valentine, Marina, Ein, Junta, Jam Band, and so on. Holy crap! Which one was that bobtail? Oh, his face falls. Why does he look so nervous? Why don't you ask Reese later? Huh. Is that his cat? Did he name it or something? Is it a bad name? No, Graves should have told you that. Let's get to work. It's time to open. Landry isn't having any more of this. He walks past me to the front door without a glance. He unlocks it and flips the sign from closed to open. And ta-da! Your first day at a cat's paw has begun. And nobody's here. This is a little anticlimactic. Yeah, the mornings are usually pretty slow. It might pick up later. It didn't. At all. All day. Sure, a few people came in and Landry had me wait their tables while he supervised. It went pretty well, and I made a couple bucks in tips, but that was it. Finley came down a couple of times to check in, and I saw Mason and Hayes every time I went to the kitchen, but I didn't see Reese at all. Reese's bobtailed cat, on the other hand, was all over the place. I think I see why he'd take a shine to this one. They're both complete hams. Not that I mind that it was slow, it just meant I got to play with the cats more. There are like 10 of them here? Maybe? I can't get a solid count on them. They seem to vanish sometimes. Looks like there are a lot of areas around here for them to hide. Thank you for your help today, Avery. Landry, Finley, and I just finished wiping down the tables. Mason was gone before the cafe closed. I don't know where Hayes went. So, how'd you like it? Is it always this quiet? I mean, not that I'm complaining. Not always. Tomorrow should be busier for sure. I've got plans. Oh, we should get here early then, huh? Don't say that like you aren't always early. Oh, I have to come in earlier? Don't worry too much about it, Avery. Just show up at your regular time. Okay, thanks. I can't imagine what busy means here. What, like 6 people in here at the same time? I've got a little more work I want to do on the blog, so you all go ahead. I'll close up if Graves doesn't get here to do it. Oh, thank you. Avery, you can head out. Thanks. Are you leaving now? I could walk with you. I'll be on a bit. You go on ahead. She dresses cute. She does dress cute. She's cute in general. Cute just seems to be her overall vibe. Oh, alright. See you all tomorrow. Night. The door closes behind me with a jingle. I have a job. My coworkers are pretty cute. I get to play with cats. And if this works out, I should be able to afford a place of my own soon. Wait until my parents hear about this. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I can't help giving a little celebratory fist pump. Alright! I think I just heard someone snort a laugh behind me. I thought I said that pretty quietly. I turn around to see who it is, but there's nobody there but a cat. 2 cats, actually. Cats from the cafe. Reese's cat and the Siamese cat, to be precise. Crap! How did they get outside? Did I let them out when I left? This is real bad. I'm pretty sure one of the first rules of working at a cat cafe is do not lose the cats. They're not looking at me anymore. Now's my chance. I start creeping towards both cats. If I move too suddenly, it might spook them. I only make it a few steps before I see the bobtail's ears swivel back to face me. Without turning the rest of his head, it takes a springing leap and heads down one fork in the road. The Siamese cat continues down the same path, as casual as anything. I can't get them both, but I need to get at least one of them. I better decide who to go after. Reese's cat seems pretty independent. Pretty confident. Probably hard to catch. I fear the Siamese cat. The bobtail's on to me, clearly, but the Siamese cat hasn't picked up on it yet. My best chance right now is probably following the Siamese. It's gone kind of far down the path. I better pick up my pace to catch up. I try to mimic those long strides Landry always makes to cover more ground, but that doesn't work out so well. Siamese is slower, teams? Yeah. Jogging's gonna be easier. Or not. My feet are falling harder on the ground and the cat notices. It's going faster now, so I better pick up the pace. I break out in a full run to follow him. He definitely knows I'm there now, but it doesn't matter. I have bigger legs, so I'm gonna catch up sooner or later. Do you have any idea how fast cats are, dude? I'm a pretty good runner. I finally close the gap between us. Suddenly, the cat screeches to a halt and jerks around to face me. Avery, stop it! Say what? Say what? Eh? Why are you chasing me? Because you got out. Wait, what am I saying? What are you saying? How are you saying? How are you saying? I love that phrasing. How are you saying is... How are you saying is phenomenal phrasing. That is like the best way of saying it. It's me. Me? Hayes. Last I checked, Hayes was a guy with glasses. You didn't seem like the pranking type, Hayes. The Hayes cat is puffing up like a dusting brush. I feel bad this cat's getting caught up in whatever shenanigans they're trying to put me through right now. This seems like it should be seems like it should be against work procedure. He's telling the truth, Avery. The voice comes from behind me. Oh. He's telling the truth, Avery. The voice comes from behind me. I whirled around to see Landry, but he's not there. I wish I could shapeshift into a cat. Down here. I readjust my gaze downward. Oh, come on. No, this isn't a joke, Avery. Landry Cat takes a few steps past me and sits down in front of Hayes Cat. Even as a Maine Coon, his gait is long. No. Come on. No, no, no. Graves didn't tell you. Tell me what? That you're all secret cats? That doesn't make any sense. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry, Avery. I thought he told you. Is that why you're acting weird? You were keeping something this bonkers a secret? It's not easy to talk about. Whenever we leave the cafe grounds, we turn into cats. I'm surprised to hear Hayes pipe up. Of all people. Or all cats. Cat people? It began around the time we started to work here. Graves calls it a curse. A curse. A curse! This is too much. Though, I don't know if everyone thinks of it that way. But wait. Everyone? Is everybody at the cafe a secret cat? Yes. Graves too? Nobody has seen him as a cat, but it seems safe to assume. We did see a black cat with heterochromia. Am I going to turn into a cat too? Landry isn't even looking at me anymore. He's avoiding eye contact as hard as he can. Hayes does the same. Neither answers. I'm going to turn into a cat? Oh, come on! Sorry, Avery. Maybe you can stop it. We don't know what caused the curse. Maybe if you talk to the others tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Why not? Let's have a whole cat council. We can invite Hash Browns too. Is he also a person? I can see the fur between Hayes' shoulders raising on end and a little ridge. Seeing that takes the wind out of my sails a little bit. Yeah. Alright. I'm too tired for this. This better be a weird dream or something. A weird work-induced hallucination. Sorry, Avery. Not listening to talking cats anymore. Bye! Kinda fair? The sun's barely gone down, but I'm capital letter done with today. This is too much. Don't forget the good food this time. The canned stuff. Did someone just say something? Is Hash Browns a person or not? There's nobody here but Mochi. Oh, for crap's sake. I find him standing next to the food bowl, looking up at me with those expectant eyes. I gently nudge him with my foot. Did you just say that? Mrrr. Nope, I'm done. I dump the rest of the canned food into the bowl and scurry out of the kitchen. Then I dump myself in bed. I don't even want to think about it right now. I'm just going to sleep in a real bed for once. Maybe sleeping on that couch so much is messing with my head. I don't usually close the door, but I think it's a good idea tonight. I don't want Mochi whispering to me in my sleep. And that's a good place to end for this week. end with the reveal that everybody is a cat. That just makes sense, right? I have played this game before. I played the game when it first came out back in 2016. And pretty sure I romanced Mason. 99% sure I romanced Mason. Because she is best girl. But maybe I'll romance Finley this time around. Finley seems like a sweetheart as well. Finley is super cute. And very much into yaoi. This is a nice game. It is. It's a fun game. I would quit that job fast. You knew there were cats? Yep. I mean, I backed it on Kickstarter. I backed the game on Kickstarter, so I knew before the game even came out what the plot was. So yes, I knew in advance that they were all cats. Or maybe it was Finley I romanced the first time. Shit, it might have actually... Was it Mason or Finley that I romanced? I don't remember. I don't actually remember if I romanced Mason or Finley. Is Mochi a person? No. Mochi is not a person. Anyway. Save! That'll come back to me. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was 8 years ago that I played the game, so... Can we romance Graves? Yes. Yeah, all 6 of the people at the cafe are romanceable. Minecraft? I do not play Minecraft now. No, games that are just, like, tedious like that just don't really interest me. One exception is Romance of the Three Kingdoms. I enjoyed those games, and those get pretty tedious, but... Anyway. I'm gonna end for tonight. Gonna call it an evening. I will be back on Sunday night. So, thanks for coming. And I'll see y'all later. Good night, everybody.